I got a loyal fan. No. That does not make any mistakes. Ah! This is unbelievable. Oh my god, I can't believe I got that. Man, why is everything running in slow motion? I feel like it's way too easy to react to stuff. That was a disaster. Genuinely lost this map. I cannot believe he gave me that victory. What? No! Oh! Got him! Whoa. Oh, let's go! Okay, that was kind of disgusting. Got him! Can I impersonate Mize level 1? What does that mean? Can I create fire out of my ass? I certainly can't. This is gonna be extremely difficult to do. You can go for the full thing, by the way. Okay, that was 4. No! 7. I got 7 again. Ah, God. No. I swear to God, number 8 is faster than the rest. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like the number 8 is faster than the rest. Oh! Oh my God, I got the full thing. And I told you guys, hit number 8 trolls you because it's actually way faster than the rest. Holy shit. This is difficult, Jesus. How long did that take me? That took me like, what, 2 hours to get once? And that's it. No, actually I'm still alive. Yeah, for Battle Hub, but that does not matter. Look at this glowing effect. This should be like standard. Oh my God, what the fuck? What? He knew I was gonna do that. I couldn't. Hey, what the? What the hell is this? Oh my God, I got obliterated. I got obliterated. Invincible backdash. Obviously, he's got that as well. Why did he just chip me with that? What the fuck? Ow! Come on, dude. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Oh, no, he's actually got resurrection. Fuck my life.
You lose.
God damn it. No, no, no! Oh my God. No 2K for Jimmy Patrol again? You should have that. No jump this time. That was still perfect. 200 IQ play. Doesn't matter if you get the stun here. What? Oh boy. There we go. No, it's okay. Got him. How do I escape this?
That's a fucking joke. I'm not gonna look! He knows I'm gonna jab to bait it, so he does one after. Do you know what I mean? Jimmy's not good at this game. He's not good at Street Fighter. He's a fucking scrub, bro. Fucking winds me up. I can't play this guy seriously. I can't take him seriously. Do you know what's happening? I'm not mashing against him. Because I'm trying to fucking play. Fucking scrub. Then why winds me up, bro? He winds me up. He's not a fucking player, bro. He's a YOLO little fucking piece of shit.
No CPT today, no. Next week.
Shows that far. He knows. He must listen to me, bro. He must listen to me, man. He must listen to me, bro. I'm match again, for fuck's sake. This fucking dude, bro. The fucking scrub. That's his back because he knows I'm gonna wait for a fucking match. Fucking scumbag. Fucking game winds me up. Fucking shit to me. Always the fucking shit. Fucking scrub! This guy's not good at the game. You try and play with him, he plays like a scrub. He's not good. He's not fucking good at this game. He's been beating bums, bro. Being beaten bums.
Those EXT
when Street Fighter 6 comes out, I'm gonna beat you 10-0 again. You know that. I'm gonna fucking ruin you. Bro, you fucking scrub.
And will forever be my nemesis in 5.
Jesus, bro. I'm trying to play the game here. I might as well just play like a YOLO bomb against you, Jimmy. Fucking hell, this guy's turd, bro. Round 1. Fucking turd, man. Fight.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream on this wonderful Tuesday. So yeah, we're gonna be having our, well, grind to legend. We'll see how that's gonna go. Little heads up, I think I'm getting sick again. Let's try to get that sick gameplay going. My throat hurts, but other than that, I'm doing great. Hope you're fine too. Dot, good to see you. We have Presugita, Neo Cable, Jip the Boss, Y Shan Chan, IT Goat, Silent Storm, Alistair, Ross 1780, Die Shots. What's up, my man? Good to see you. So yeah, let's go. 1900 MR right here. So we should be like, what, 40 points away from legend? Let's try to get it before it gets, well, out of hand, you know? Silent Storm, how did everything go? 24-hour stream? That is not going to happen anytime soon anymore. Really unhealthy for your body. Went 3-2, losing to Rob TV's Cammy. Alistair, yeah, nothing to be ashamed of, you know? Good job. Good job getting, I mean, you must have gone far enough into the tournament to meet Rob TV. First time, Alistair. Actually, what skill level we're talking? But either way, keep it up. Like, usually when you start, well, playing tournaments, you start improving way more quickly. Shady, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Legend before Ryu nerfs? I mean, we had Legend before Ryu buffs, so I'm sure it's not going to be that bad. Also, I'm really interested to see what Capcom is going to do with the patch in general. Paddington at 1940, okay. Could have done drive rush cancel. I didn't realize I actually had enough bar to do that. What? What an execution error!
Round 2. Fight!
Wow, my jab whiffed. Is that like some kind of setup to make it impossible to punish that. Did you see my message? Not yet, no. Oh! What? That's legit the first time I get that. I never managed that triple perfect parry into the sweep punish before. And there we go, got the victory. You guys do not seem to be impressed. You just see how difficult that shit was? In order to punish the Yoga Flame, you have to do a triple perfect parry on it. Grand Powell, good to see you, bro. That was insane, right? That's legit the first time. I've attempted this since the release of the game, and somehow I've never managed to do the triple. But I haven't given up on it. Okay, so let me try to get through all the questions, okay? Give me a second. You got Yoga fucked. Pretty much, yep. At 1940, okay. Jimbo, one question. Is the Nova Blade Pro actually termed legal when using the G button? I highly doubt it. It is. It is. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be using it. I had a discussion before with a pad company. I've talked about this, where like the controller itself was really great, but the macro buttons weren't deactive. Like you couldn't deactivate them. And I told them, hey guys, I mean, we can have a collaboration, but you need to figure out how to make this controller tournament legal. And it was the esports pro controller that I showed it, not esport, eSwap, that was the controller. I really like the concept because maybe I'll show it at some point again. It's an interesting pad. Honestly, not sure really what happened or if they fixed it, but basically the controller had a massive flaw, and that was like, it was simply not tournament legal. It wasn't tournament legal because the macros were always duplicating some kind of input. You could choose which one to duplicate, but you had to duplicate some inputs, and that by itself is not tournament legal according to Capcom. So yeah, they didn't have a solution for that at that time, so I declined to do a partnership with that company back then. Maybe they fixed that at some point. Honestly, I hope they fixed that. Like, maybe you guys let me know, because I really thought the eSwap controller had such a sick concept with the magnetically attached really everything. It was a nice concept, and I really hope they managed to make that work, but I don't really know. Maybe I should check. But yeah, the Nova Blade, the way it works, the reason why this is tournament legal, by the way, and just so you see, I'll show you the footage here as well. So actually, let's go to Let's go to the controller. Okay, so test settings, there we go. So the way I did it with this controller is I have the parry button here, right? Normally the parry button is here, so I put it here. This is one of the G buttons. This is G7. Okay, so what happens if I press L2, like the button that I actually mapped it to? Well, if I press L2, nothing happens in the game. Nothing. You see? No button is activated. This is why this is termed legal. You can put any action on the G buttons, but when you do that, the original button that you, well, put it on there actually gets deactivated. It does not get duplicated. And this means you cannot have duplicate inputs by design of the Nova Blade. So that means even if you try to, you cannot actually make a tournament illegal, or at least that's how it works for now. I'm not sure if there is any workaround for that, but by default, by design, if you use the G buttons, that is perfectly tournament legal. So there's nothing wrong here. If Capcom sees you use the G buttons, not a problem. This is tournament legal. Can I pick the blue jacket color? I will try. So let me try to get through all of the messages. There are a couple of big questions, right? Jimmy, I gotta beat my brother in a few games of Smash to play Street Fighter 6. I will meet you in matchmaking soon. What Smash? Oh, it wasn't even a question, IT Goat. How does one lab a character? F Crow, good to see you. What feels would you lab when trying to learn a new character? I mean, I've had like... I have the silly thing going on this channel where you can pay me 500 euros and then I will put any character that you want to master rank. And I mean, so far we've done Ken. Which characters do we do? Marisa, Jamie, JP, Dalsum, Zangief, and Bison. I have one as well, right? So I have plenty of experiences like putting characters to master rank. Some were surprisingly easy, like JP for example was actually very fast, and some were a lot harder, like Dalsum for example. And when you're playing Street Fighter, they all have skills in common that they share. Like for example, as long as you understand the basics of how to open up an opponent, like for example, basic knowledge, the opponent cannot cover a latex and I mean, the opponent cannot cover a throw on wake up and a delayed button at the same time. At least not easily, or most of the characters. Dalsum, for example, can do like an instant teleport, or not teleport, but an instant a float. So sometimes like the responses can be a little bit varied, but you know, like your offense is going to be mostly the same. You just got to figure out, okay, how does my opponent defend, and like the analysis of that stays the same regardless of the character you play. So all you got to figure out is, what does my character do in order to do damage? Like, how does my character actually win? So a basic game plan, you need that, right? So the basic game plan looks different for Dalsum than it does for Ryu, for example. That is something you have to learn. That was actually quite weird to do at first, especially when you have like a major discrepancy between the characters. But the rest is really similar for the entire cast. Like offense and defense, by the way, is very similar across the cast, especially defense, because defense for the most part means deciding whether to lay tech or not, when to use crazy options. A lot of tech really like gets shared across a multitude of characters. I usually do the combo challenges and try to turn the ones I like into muscle memory, but it seems I don't grasp enough concept of how characters should be played like this way. I would like a checklist of what to at least with every character do to get a feel for them. As I said, like the way you want to learn a character is really like you need to have a fundamental understanding of what the character does in order to win. So I hope that somewhat answers your question, F Crow. Gambling Prince, Rogar, Moin Moin, was geht bei dir? 5 more games. Somebody wanted the blue color, right? Dot, you were the one. I mean, like there are things that you are going to be learning faster than others, right? Like for example, like punish counter specific or punish counter combos or variations for your combos that are slightly more optimal when there's a counter hit or punish counter in general. Those are things that you don't need to worry about. What you need to learn, or what you should learn, is how do you punish a Shoryuken, okay? A Shoryuken is a guaranteed punish counter state, right? So you should like learn a combo that does a lot of damage there. If you're a beginner, doing a lot of damage doesn't even matter that much. Just doing any consistent damage is usually what you should be aiming for. So it depends on skill level. But let's say you're diamond or master rank player, you know? There are just a few things that you can learn, like what's a good combo that does decent damage, you know? And like what's a good combo that does decent damage and doesn't require drive gauge? And what's a combo that requires drive gauge or that can be utilized with drive gauge that does a bit more damage, you know? Like those two variations, maybe you can have those, because often you're going to be in like burnout and you need to be able to combo with your character if you're in burnout. So that is something to look for. So slight combo variations, but not too much. Don't like add a whole bunch of nonsense. You really don't need that many combos. Just a few key combos that you can use in key scenarios. Figuring out where to stand with your character. What is it that you do? Are you zoning? Are you going in? Which one are you doing, right? And often what you will learn inevitably when you're playing a new character is what button you should press for footsies. Like mid-screen against your opponent, what are the buttons that you should be pressing at what times? This is something you'll naturally get a feeling for, because you're going to be pressing a button and then either it works surprisingly often or you get punished surprisingly often, and then you'll adjust, you know?
Here comes a new challenger.
That's a standard rule though, Dot. Yeah, like being able to combo in a specific way from lights is often a good thing to learn. This guy is simply trolling. It's actually crazy. me just troll with this character and still win. It's actually kind of funny.
Round 2. Fight.
TK. I mean, as far as we know at the moment, you don't have to pay for Capcom Cup and you can watch all the matches. You know, but we don't know how consistently you're going to be able to do that. But Capcom did provide us with a free option, so at the moment, it seems possible. I played Ingrid at work. What, in your dream? Okay. Where's the back fears?
Mine wins.
What for a bad player? I think I spied a...
Now, find a new rival.
Raul, what's up? A very good evening to you, Jimmy. Thank you, too. How was the gym session today? Didn't go because I'm actually sick. here in time.
Round 2. Fight.
Jimmy, I was talking about the My Player. I know. But it was completely wrong English. So I said I think I spied her.
Round 2. Fight.
I hate it when I accidentally press the parry button.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight.
Great, I didn't get my move. despise burnout sequences.
Real
Why?
wins.
Yo, Hua, it's been a while. Happy Chinese New Year. Yeah, for you too, my man. More for you than for me. Hope you're doing great. It's been a long time that I've seen you on the channel. Pavel Nikolic, good to see you, my man. But yeah, about the burnout sequences, what do you mean? I mean, you can argue all you want about burnout, you know, you can say that, well, is it really a skill problem when you get burned out? When you die in burnout, is it really like, is it cheap? Because like you can argue, well, you have to be in burnout in order to win. So the burnout is inevitable, but at the same time, you always have a decision to make. You always have the decision to make, do I put myself closer to burnout to do more damage, or am I going to try to be more conservative with my bars in order to minimize risk, but ultimately I get less damage out of my combos as a result? I honestly believe Capcom did a really good job, specifically because this is a real choice that you can make in this game, you know? Like, you don't have to burn yourself out. You don't really have to do that. And there are players, you can see that in player types. There's the type of player that is constantly burned out, you know, and there are players who are as much as possible trying to retain drive gauge when they're doing anything. I mean, sure, to a certain extent, you're not gonna avoid every burnout sequence, right? That's never gonna happen, but it is a choice, you know. It's a choice to use drive gauge or not, and if your character happens to have a sequence that's really strong in burnout, then that's one of the things that they can do, right? I mean, yo, Aimer Stain, good to see you. Glad you enjoy my Ryu. Good to see you, my man. Jimmy, do you have any advice on playing against players who rush you down quickly? Yeah, avoid that. Punish them for the rush down. My brain would freeze every time someone took the initiative in the match. I think it takes time and skill to really avoid that. There are players who are really, really strong when they're on the offense, but you really have to like shut that down, and there is ways to shut it down. Like if somebody uses drive rush and you always let them drive rush in on you, well, that is clearly your problem. That is something you have to avoid. At the very least, you have to force the opponent into baiting a button on a drive rush attempt. If you're not doing that, then, well, of course the opponent is going to rush you down, especially with drive rush. Mystic Smash, let's go.
Round one. Fight.
Can never avoid that.
Final round. Ryu win. Round 1. Fight.
Wow, a really interesting sequence from him.
Round 2. Fight.
Yo. Fabian. How do you like pronounce this name? I always have the German pronunciation for this name in my head. I actually don't know how to pronounce it in English. Is it Fabian? Fabian? Is it Fabian? How do you say that? Like, I really gotta learn that name in English. I thought I had the right spacing. Oh man. I play this one so controlled. Yeah, my bad, my bad. I thought there's no way Sagat can like walk out of this in time, but well, I was wrong. do shorts content. Is my entire channel really like dumbed down to just shorts at this point? That was actually really sad. I mean, this is how I found this channel. I think at this point, like 95% of the viewers are here because of the shorts, right? I mean, I don't want to be mad about that. I don't even think like that's not the worst way to get known in a community, right? Sometimes like people get known, like this is something I actually think about sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, there's this guy I used to know had like 0 viewers, and then something really silly happened or really embarrassing happened, and all of a sudden like everybody's got their eyes on this streamer, you know? I think like that's actually really bad. Or it's not bad in a way, because like as long as everybody is noticing you, that's ultimately the goal, right? But you don't want to be that guy that is known for something really like embarrassing, you know? That's not how I want to be discovered. But I guess the shorts, I'll gladly be the can I get the comeback guy, you know? Did I overall lose points now on that or not? What nerfs do you think Ryu will receive in a month? It's really hard to predict, because I think like if the game is going to change considerably, we might not even see that many nerfs to him, but it's hard to say. I think there are a few things that Capcom can easily address to make the community less mad, and that is, for example, a bigger hurt box on the on Donkey Kick, for example. Also, I think the Hasho being like your infinite pressure tool in Burnout, the light Hasho is probably gonna change. Let me see. Soft Jellyfish, what's up? Been lurking since the Street Fighter 4 days? Wait, hold on, I gotta check this statement right here. Well, on this account, or this name, you joined on May 2022. By the way, Poon Goon, good to see you. You can't stop Ryu spamming crouching kick. Which crouching kick? Medium kick? Medium kick is in general hard to do anything against, you know. I remember playing your Ryu with my Gen ages ago. What was your nickname on in Street Fighter 4? There weren't that many Gens around back then. I think Light Hasha should remove the launch on counter hit. Honestly, I think if they remove that, Ryu is gonna be significantly worse. Honestly, I think that would be a major blow to Ryu if they do that. Moo Moo Milku. That was your name. Okay. I wonder something. Why was the reversal safe but the drive reversal wasn't? In Street Fighter 5, V reversal had significant startup frames. So if you saw it coming, you could actually punish it either by jumping or by doing parry option select like I used to do. In Street Fighter 6, I mean, you can't do that because drive reversal is simply too fast to for that. You cannot do a medium attack and still block afterwards. You'll definitely get clipped. That's one of the differences.
Has entered the ring.
I don't think it's a good argument to say, hey, this is the face of Street Fighter, so he should be strong. Honestly, if this is the design philosophy for any game company, I think I'll take that as a bad sign. The goal should always be to have good balance, period. What? She's really done the hard kick. Oh, what did he do? Yeah, but even if you don't have the meter for the parry, you hold down back, so you can always block, even if you don't have meter. Fair enough. Every time I see Jimmy with low health, I think of, can I get the comeback? Yeah. It's crouching medium. I think the counter is to jump in on him. No, the counter is just to block. The counter is really to move outside of it and then punish him for it. But this is really not like, you're not going to be using that if you're a low level. Like, this is a high level punish, you know? This is what we call footsies. This is what we call, well, spacing, you know? You purposely move into the range where the opponent thinks that the crouching medium kick is gonna hit. Then you, last second, you move out of the range. Then he's gonna be whiffing that crouching medium kick in your face. And then you actually get to punish him for it. But it requires good reaction to the crouching medium kick. And it requires you to be able to move very precisely. Often on low level, if somebody's using crouching medium kick, they are not going to be able to anti-air you at the same time. That is true.
Round one. Fight.
Very aggressive, Beslem. Okay, the first time he's not gonna be aggressive? Okay.
Fight.
You can play like that and win on high level with Akuma. People complain about Ryu. Why have I been guessing wrong on every interaction? I still alive after that? How did I survive that?
Fight round. Fight. Akuma win.
He out-jimmied me. I'd play like that if I played Akuma. Oh, 100%. Does Beslam hate you, Jimmy? Why are you playing like that? I think it's not that bad, actually, with Akuma to play like that. I think no matter what, you basically introduce guaranteed inconsistency to your opponent's game plan. Let's just put it that way.
Round one. Fight. Hadouken. Hadouken.
He got 7 wins on though, okay.
Round two. Fight.
I really love this lag spike right when I did the crouching medium kick, so I couldn't get that Denjin. I genuinely just died off of that lag spike. Great.
Honda wins. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Drive rush, so I couldn't get my fireball. Oh my god. I genuinely hate this shit. I really just wish Capcom would fix that, honestly. Just that when I'm doing a fireball, that my fireball, or really anything, comes out the way I expect it to. I really don't think this should happen. Like... No, honestly, the screen freeze is not a problem. It's just that why is my input getting deleted as a result? Like, the screen freeze is necessary to make Drive Rush work as a mechanic in theory. It has to happen, but why does it have to delete my input? Why? Why does it have to do that? I mean, I know why it does it. I just disagree that this is necessary. The screen needs to freeze because your brain needs time to realize that a drive rush was happening. If they simply removed the freeze effect, then drive rush would be impossible to see. So that means the neutral game full screen away would actually turn into a like it would be the same if your opponent is mid-screen versus if they're right next to you, because you couldn't see whether they're next to you. Like, you could genuinely shimmy the opponent mid-screen if Drive Rush didn't have a freeze effect. So you need the freeze effect in order to punish the Drive Rush when it's coming, and simply be like, okay, how about we remove the freeze effect but make Drive Rush slower? It would be the same thing, right? No, actually it wouldn't at all be the same thing. Because the way it currently works is if it freezes and Drive Rush is really fast, you can actually predict a move from the opponent mid-screen and get in really quickly to punish them, even though it looks like you're outside the range. This utility gets removed if you remove the freeze and make Drive Rush slower. So regardless of what you do, you change Drive Rush if you mess with the freeze effect in any way. I think there still should be a more elegant way to deal with, hey, the opponent is currently in recovery of something and they pressed a special move in the 5-frame buffer window on wake up or on the backdash or whatever. They pressed within the buffer frame. The game should specifically detect this scenario and give you the special move after the freeze. I think there should be a detection for this, and specifically there should be an exception for how the game registers your input specifically on those instances. Like, because if it shouldn't be too hard to figure that out. Like, did my input get delayed? Like, where on the recovery am I? And where on the recovery would I have been if the Drive Rush had not occurred? And would my input work, yes or no? I think there should be a detection method for that. Now, the freeze does not eat motion inputs, real name. The freeze doesn't even eat the motion inputs. The reason why this is complicated is because it doesn't eat the inputs. What it does is it unexpectedly puts you Look, if you're doing a backdash, look, no, you know, I mean, I've shown this a couple of times, but I think it's worth repeating so people understand the actual problem. It's not worth it to discuss if we're not on the same page, okay? So let's try to get on the same page here, okay? So let's say I record the Honda. Actually, let's not have it be Honda. Actually, let's have it be Honda, whatever. It can be charged character as well, whatever. It doesn't really matter, right? Actually, no. You know what? I have a better idea. I show you the scenario that I complain about. How about that? I should just show you the replay where the thing got messed up. Where was it? Was it in the first game or second game? Do you guys remember? I think it was in the first game. It's either in the first or second game, so let's check. No, actually, that's not true at all. Real name. You can go to training mode and do a drive rush and try to do a Shoryuken, for example. The Shoryuken will always come out if you do a drive rush on it. That's not the issue. The Shoryuken will always come out. That's not the problem. Your normal punches will also always come out because the game is simply gonna delay your input to when the freeze actually, like after the freeze happens, and then you're gonna get your input. That applies to both special moves and regular moves as well. The game never just deletes your inputs, but the game doesn't know how to deal with a very specific scenario. I'm pretty sure the first game didn't happen, right? I think it was round 3, but let's check. I think, Nick, the way, like, honestly, I'm not even sure what's up with the up direction, because if what I haven't tested, like, let me know if Broski actually tested that, but what actually happens when you're doing an up forward input during the drive rush freeze and then you don't input any other directional inputs? Does it really not come out? Does it not come out? I'm not even sure. That's, I think, part of the issue. Normally, the problem with motions is that you constantly change your motion. So the game will basically just give you the last motion that you pressed after the drive rush freeze ends. And it's usually, if you try to jump, not the up forward motion. It's going to be like something else, either nothing or like a forward input or whatever, or back input. Like, the game definitely doesn't store the motion. And even if it did store it, I think it would almost never matter, because you're gonna changing the motion at all times. Like during the freeze, is there high probability of you changing your direction or your motion. So let me see. Alright, it was this right here. It was the second round. The big question is why Capcom never fixed it, because it requires them to fundamentally alter Drive Rush. That's why they never fixed it. It requires them a change to a mechanic. Wait, this wasn't the... Was this really the first game that we played? It doesn't feel like it's the first game that we played. I really want to show you the situation just so you see that this really happens during a real match. It constantly happens. This was not the first game. This is the second game. Did we play 3 games? So then I'm pretty sure it was the first game then. I can show you later on that Drive Rush almost never has any issues. Like, I can show you that. In most scenarios, Drive Rush does, or your inputs come out exactly as you expect when the opponent drive rushes. But there are key moments where this rule does not apply. I'm pretty sure it was not the first round here.
Round 2. Fight.
And motion inputs are different. In general, motion inputs are definitely behave differently than special moves or regular normals. Definitely, Drive Rush behaves differently there. That is known. Definitely wasn't here. I didn't have him cornered. Okay, so it was this round right here. It must have been here. I really want to show you the scenario. There we go. Was this the moment where I tried to do the Denshin charge and I died because of the lag spike? Wow. Is this third game? Is it really the third game, first round, or what happened? Where did it happen? Who did you vote for? I didn't go to the... Yeah, that was the moment where that was a lag spike right here. But where did the was it really third game? I honestly can't remember. Oh, there it was. There it was. Oh my god, I found it. Okay, there it is. Here, okay. So I'll show you right here. And check this, okay? So here I do a Denshin charge and check my inputs. Check my inputs. You see this? I do a Drive Rush right here. I do on this frame I did a fireball, but on the same frame he actually did the Drive Rush, and because of that my fireball didn't come out. I was expecting the fireball to come out, so I was holding down instead of down back or anything. So I simply got clipped by his Drive Rush right here, thinking that I'm gonna hit him with my fireball, or at the very least I'm gonna attempt to hit him with a fireball. There's no point to block when you're doing a fireball, right? So here I got clipped. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's go back and see what happens if he doesn't drive rush. So here, let's do switch player control. And you'll see that if the drive rush doesn't happen, the fireball comes out. You see that? This is the exact same scenario as before. The only difference here is the drive rush. That is the why it didn't work. And the reason why this happens is I can show you exactly what happens. Now we actually have the frame meter, so I can show you what the problem is technically. So you'd think, hey, this is kind of crazy. Why does this happen? How long can a move get buffered? And this is exactly where things get interesting. So so here so right here, okay, 52 frames. This is actually the move, like the very end of the recovery phase of the engine charge, okay? I actually happen to land on the last recovery frame. How long does the game buffer? 4 recovery frames, okay? You have 4 recovery frames plus the reversal frame, so 5 frames total. That's how the game buffers in Street Fighter 6. At least special moves are buffered like that. So now, because the opponent is doing a drive rush, my input is getting delayed by 11 frames, and the game is like, okay, the game is like, actually it's kind of interesting that it happened on the same frame. This makes it even worse in my opinion. I actually thought it wasn't that bad, but what happens here is, here's the frame that I pressed, and it's the exact same frame the drive rush is coming out. So now we have 11 frames of drive rush. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the next frame is the one where it starts moving again. Do you see that? But now the game is like, oh, wait a minute. Jimmy pressed a fireball 11 frames before he recovered from his Denjin charge. Therefore, this is not a valid move. Honestly, there are much more clear instances where this is obvious why it happens, because you can actually input the your attack before the no. This is even worse now. This is even worse because I'm doing the fireball clearly. Like when the drive rush happened, the game already knew that I was on the last recovery frame of the Denjin charge. At that point, it should have really just realized, hey, this is the last recovery frame. It doesn't matter that a freeze is occurring. This is a valid reversal. Yeah, real name Sean. Honestly, this is exactly my main problem with this right here. The opponent at any time, and this has never happened before, the opponent at any time can dictate whether your input is valid or not, specifically in the case of a recovery. When you do an aerial recovery, for example, the same thing happens. Even on a regular jump, the same thing happens. When you're doing a backdash, it's the same scenario. Like, let's say you plan to do a backdash into a fireball. Well, your fireball input depends on whether the opponent is doing a drive rush or not. And honestly, I'm pretty sure this is a strategy for competitive play at this point. I noticed when I do like a donkey kick from far away, the opponents have a habit of doing a drive rush right afterwards. Because if I attempt to do a fireball right after the donkey kick, I'm not gonna get it. And they just get in for free. So I'm pretty sure like on high level, people have adapted to this. So the probability of somebody trying to drive rush right after a recovery happens is very high. It's an option to select not to get the fireball. Honestly, you could treat it like that, yeah. I mean, you can do that. You could be like, okay, I'm gonna do the fireball. If the fireball doesn't come out, the opponent is doing a drive rush, right? So you can technically do like a fireball into like level 3 or something like that. Because you know the only way that level 3 is gonna come out is if the opponent did a drive rush. But yeah, you can dictate this right here. This is a good example. But I can show you, like, in training mode, like, if you would have input hard punch after the 11th frame of drive rush with the Hadouken come out, yes, the Hadouken would have come out if I had done the fireball. Well, fireball happens to have exactly 11 frame leniency on the motion. So after I do the quarter circle forward, I have 11 frames to do the hard punch. If I don't do it within 11 frames, it doesn't work. But yeah, if I had done that, it would have been legit because the game would have been like, oh, Jimmy delayed his hard punch for, let's say, 10 frames. And the freeze for the drive rush is going to happen within 1 frame. So he's still like 2 frames before he recovers technically from his Denjin charge. And so that is then considered legit. Would the Hadouken come out, or does it think your buffer of 5 frames was not legit? Actually, I'm not even 100% sure like what the game or which part of the motion input, how it handles freeze frames. Are my motions completely discarded? Definitely not, because you can buffer during a freeze frame and get the DP right afterwards. It's not a problem. So I'm thinking it's just gonna get buffered normally. I mean, I can test the fireball scenario, but I don't think it's gonna matter that much, because it's pretty obvious what's gonna happen. The fireball is gonna come out if I delay the hard punch. Yeah, for sure. The problem is I cannot give you a frame perfect input here, right? Or maybe I can. Actually, maybe I can. Let's try that. Let's try that. Donut Sauce, good to see you, my man.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay, so so this is the frame that I pressed hard, like the hard punch for the fireball, right? This is the frame. So now I can technically switch player control and do this, and then try to find a timing for hard punch where the fireball works, right? Yes, you see that? If I delay it, it works. If I delayed by a couple of frames, it works. But I have to delay it. So if I delay it by 2 frames, it works. So if I do it on frame 3, it'll work. If I delay it by 1 frame, no, by no frame. No, by 3 frames it also works, okay? But by 1 frame, I know it didn't work earlier if I have 1 frame neutral. No. No, it still works if I had 1 frame neutral. If I delay it even by 1 frame, it'll work. I mean, obviously, if I just mash the button, it'll work every time. But I'm trying to find the precise timing, like what is the actual requirement? And it seems like the only requirement here is don't press the hard punch on the exact frame that he drive rushes, which is interesting. So I think, and no, actually, I know why. I know why. It's because I'm genuinely recovered from the Denshin charge if I press it any later than that. So because I happened to press on the last recovery frame, it's the only frame that can possibly, well, make my move count as not legit. It's either that frame or any earlier frame, you know? As I said, like, you have a 5-frame buffer. So if I could have pressed earlier than that, and then the window of failure would be, actually it would be the exact same window, but we happen to be at the very end of the window, so I can't test any earlier frames, you know? Why can't you delay it for even 7 to 11 frames? Because as I said, the window for motion input's not the same thing as the leniency for recovery. Leniency for recovery, like let's say after an aerial recovery or a backdash recovery or a wake up scenario, is 5 frames, okay? But there's also leniency for every single special move and every input that you do for those special moves. I mean, let me look up the exact values, but I'm pretty sure you have 11 frames when you finish the motion input. You have an 11 frame window to press the hard punch or any punch to get the fireball. But let me check real quick because I know where to find this information. So yeah, quarter circle is defined as 11 frames, 1 to 11 frames timing. So that means you can press down on 1 frame, and then you have an 11 frame window to press the down forward input, okay? As long as you're within an 11 frame window, it's going to count towards your quarter circle forward input. And for the forward input at the end, you also have 11 frames. And for the hard punch or any punch, you also have 11 frames, okay? So this is why, like, if I press the hard punch 12 frames, 12 frames afterwards, I'm gonna get a hard punch instead of a fireball. See, that was 13 frames, so it didn't come out. I got a hard punch instead. So the maximum is 11 frames. What was that? So that was... After the forward, that was 10 frames after that. I still didn't get it. Ah, interesting. Why is that? See that? I did a quarter circle forward. And then there was 10 frames on frame 10. It should have come out. Why didn't it come out there? Yeah, you can do a Hadouken very delayed, yes. You don't have to be fast at all. The speed for each special move is defined on, like, on... Every move has a different definition. Like quarter circle forward is defined within an 11 frame window, okay? down, down, for example, you have to do that within a 10 frame window, okay? So you have to be like in any state that is not down for at least 1 frame. Then you have to press down. And then you have a 10 frame window to go from down to any other input state. And then you have another 10 frame window to press down again. And then, well, and then whatever, punch, you know? That's defined within a 10 frame window. Dash, by the way, is defined within an 8 frame window. So you can do forward, and then you need to let go of forward for at least 1 frame, and then you have an 8 frame window to complete the dash. The only definition that we don't know, by the way, is SPD. It's quite interesting. Like we genuinely don't know the algorithm that Capcom uses in order to define what a what this 360 motion is. Every other motion we actually have a strict definition that we can see and that we can follow along and verify easily. Except for 360. 360 is the only exception. But how about we play some games?
Another fight is coming your way.
How do you stop people from mashing when you drive rush in? Well, do something that delays your attack, like heavy donkey kick, for example. You'll punish them if you do that. Meme source. Like this. Why can I not grab him on wake up? This is the second time this has happened to me.
Hey, hey, hey! KO! DJ! Round 1. Fight!
I genuinely cannot guess a single time. Crazy.
Round 2. Fight!
unbelievable. He's doing more damage when I get the knockdown on him than I do. Crazy. This silly fireball.
DJ wins.
Why go back into burnout there? I thought I had a kill, but I didn't. I made a mistake. He didn't take the throw every time. That's the funny part. The one time that I actually managed to time the throw correctly, he actually teched it. I got the throws at the end, sure, but I still didn't even have a good damage out because he teched at the right times. It's crazy. Come on, game, don't die on me, please. Akini Khan.
Round one. Fight.
Akini Khan. It's not a Japanese player. It's just somebody using Japanese signs and the flag. That's it. It's not a Japanese player. Perfect lag spike for him. Great. Oh no! Oh my god, is he doing that on purpose? I'm gonna blacklist this guy. This guy is purposely lagging on Wi-Fi. Great. Now that's a strategy, you know? That is a strategy. Janai, you entered at the perfect time. I'm sure this piece of entertainment, like right here, this match was just for you, you know?
A new warrior has entered the ring.
Yeah, blacklisted him. Of course. Get a wire, my man.
Round one. Fight.
fuck? Honestly, I should have known. That was a winning moment. The donkey kick. Honestly, I should have realized that.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight.
Windy moment. I'm always confused about this. I could have actually comboed there. Oh, even point blank, he can do that. Wow, I didn't even know.
comes a new
Good stuff, good stuff. Dawson. I feel like I'm getting better at the Dawson matchup, but there's still a lot to work on. Testeri actually beat me in the last tournament with his fantastic Sea Viper play. Let's try to get revenge and figure out a way against his playstyle. Why doesn't he make, like, he doesn't make any mistakes? It's kind of crazy. Like, what is that? Can somebody help me out here? What's going on? The fuck?
Viper wins. Round one. Fight.
He played exactly like that in the tournament as well. No mistakes, every read correct.
Round two. Fight.
And maybe against him I really need a more passive approach. Unbelievable read. I refuse to believe this is the same player that I've played all these years. The fuck?
Viper wins.
That's insane. This is like way better than any of the other 1900 MR Vipers that I've played. Way stronger than that. But then again, I mean, obviously any character is going to be strong if you YOLO read a low parry from mid-screen like that. I guess all of the characters are going to be strong.
Another fight is coming your way.
What practical uses does Ryu's regular air Tatsu have? Aside from using the X version to avoid supers. I mean, you can see it sometimes on in the corner when I do a Tatsu. It delays your jump in slightly, and it really messes with a lot of players as a result. Raul, what's up, my man? I mean, honestly, it was kind of similar when I was playing the Viper player, but this time around, it was me getting everything, right? So Star must be like, what the hell just happened? Everything is right. No mistakes. Honestly, it wouldn't have been worth it spending level 2 on this one.
Round 2. Fight.
If I can manage to land my level 3 here, I think I'm not in a bad spot. Nope. Took a risk and it paid off.
Jamie wins. Round 1.
Yo, Crown. GG's, man. What am I doing? I'm thinking about coming to Hessen Crash in June, right? Or is it June? I think it was in June. That's a really interesting way to do it. That's really strong. It's very unexpected. Oh, no DP? Nah, I cannot anti-air there. It's too risky. Man, it's so tough. There weren't many people at last year's crossover, so I'm hyped. Yeah, we'll see. I think like the community is in a weird state at the moment. Like a lot of the, like Luigi, for example, who used to run the crossover, had a lot of trust in the community and was able to get people like from. Like people trusted Luigi to make the crossover a good event, and I was always happy to be there also because of him. So when he stepped down, I think some people also lost motivation to go. It's kind of weird, you know, like Hessen Crash, for example, has always had a dedicated TO. We'll see how this is gonna develop over the next few years. But yeah, Hessen Crash has never been like Street Fighter focused primarily, you know? I don't think Jamie's underrated, no. I think he's still overrated. Where's my drive reversal? Okay. Yeah, thanks. No, I love it. No, that was awesome. Love it. How did I lose 100 MR?
Honda wins. Round 1.
Not your day. Well, it was my day. I started off strong. I was like 10 points away from legend. Janai. Probably dead, but maybe because scaling I might be alive, we'll see. Nah, that just barely killed. You're a legend yourself, Habibi. I need the game to tell me that, Janai. Wow, really? Like, he's been guessing right on that. He's not been confused at all by the donkey kicks that I've been doing. Whoa.
Ryu wins.
Okay, getting the points back now, though. Gricho, what's up, my man? Legend is an arbitrary title, that's true. I needed to attempt a perfect parry guy, right? No. Oh, I just killed myself. Kaizook, what's up? Good to see you. Wow, my stats are really horrible now. Jesus. I think this is the worst that I've been in a while, right? Maybe because I am getting sick. Gotta do something about I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be coughing all night. That's how my throat feels right now. Like right at the edge where I don't actually have to cough a lot, but it's coming.
Comes a new challenger.
Get some rest if you're feeling bad, Jimmy. Need to work. Need to work. Okay, okay.
Round 2. Fight.
Lemon and honey warmed and ginger. In Hungarian means today's.
Real wins. Round 1.
Some names sound really funny actually if you translate them to your like native language, you know. My Arabic, my parents are Lebanese, but I was born and raised in Germany. بس بحكي عربي شوي.
Round 2. Fight.
Ready with fun. B-Boy Brothers, thank you so much for the raid. We had a good stream. Welcome everyone. Perfect timing to join the stream on this perfect for mine. You play with the controller. I'm currently not playing with my mind, so yeah, I'm still in pleb mode with the controller. Yes. How many languages does Jimmy speak? I know a couple of languages. Why does he play like a completely different person now? What's up? Good to see you, my man. Love your Lebanese tone, by the way. I only know how to speak like the people from South Lebanon. Like for example, like the Arabic on TV. I don't even understand that, or not really. I don't really understand it. عليكم السلام كيفك حبيبي really odd. He got cooked. This guy's good. It's like he was trolling in the first game, and the second he really like didn't miss a single parry. That was not bad. Jimmy was sick 1 week ago. Actually, last time I was sick was 2 weeks ago. Almost 3. I was sick like half of January. I was really sick. Yeah, we dropped more than 100 MR today. I started off at 1900. And I went to 1930, and then I don't think I've won a game ever since.
A new warrior has entered the ring!
Oh, let's go, Sammy. Capcom Cup groups, your thoughts? A lot of interesting groups. But worked out.
Round 2.
Ramadan is tomorrow? Really? Okay, fair enough. I'm so silly. I should have realized he was gonna do that, right? Honestly, if I had just held down the parry button, nothing bad could have happened.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Wow, you really got that? Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, we're gonna be losing a lot of points today. I think after the initial few matches, my brain is completely cooked now. But we'll see. Let's see how many points we still don't know how many points can we actually lose. You have to figure that out. Do I think Semi just presses any buttons and wins? No.
Here comes
No?
a new challenger.
Semi, GG's. He doesn't just press any button and wins. He's just reliant on me whiffing shit and whiff punishing because I'm stupid. Yeah, making too many mistakes.
Round 2. Fight. DJ win. Round 1. Fight.
Hadouken came there. Well, because it always comes. Because I always do it. There we go. We can still win some matches, okay? It's not over yet. Usually the fireball cannot whiff like that unless it's too meaty. This is one of those few moments where it actually whiffed.
Round one. Fight.
Semi, you still there? Oh. You still there, Semi? Today, for the first time, I actually got the triple perfect parry into sweep punish against Dalsum. And it feels really good. It felt like, I was like, I genuinely, I don't know why, but I haven't managed to do that ever so far. So today felt really good against Dalsum. Ah, this is, I think, checkmate, right? Definitely, yeah.
Fight. Round. Fight.
There was nothing it could have done anyways. Did I play this guy before? I love that stuff like that exists. Makes the game 100,000% more exciting for me. I know people like to shit talk Street Fighter 6 a lot. And I have to agree. I think there's a lot of niche scenarios where you can optimize that we really didn't have before. And like, yeah, sure, there's a lot of really weird stuff in the game that is debatable, you know? But at the same time, there's really a lot of cool stuff in the game. Come on! Capcom's gonna nerf Ryu's standing medium punch next. I don't think they're gonna touch the standing medium punch. so dead. I don't think they're going to be touching standing medium punch. It has enough downsides that I think Capcom is not considering that. I think they're looking way more into light Hasho. They're looking into donk kick hurt boxes possibly. Stuff like that. Really try to punish him for that. I know desperation. I know.
Round 2. Fight.
Damn salty kid.
Fight round. Fight.
Why would Blaz have early intel on changes? That was actually bad. Press the buttons. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I'm helpless against Kimberly. It's just that I don't feel like there's anything I can do to make the matchup consistent. Uh-oh. Is he gonna spend level 3 on this? He is. Damn.
Round 2. Fight. Final round. Fight.
That was actually a really high level bait. Pressing there and not driver canceling. Very unusual. Really didn't do anything after that. I thought he's gonna do either run or driver's cancel. GG's. No assignments today, okay? I'm actually sick and I'm just trying my best not to lose 1800 MR, okay?
A new warrior has entered the ring!
Let's see. I learned something new from you. Heavy Hasha, drive rush, back heavy punch. That's not bad, right? But I also wasn't the one coming up with the combo. I think somebody in chat told me about it. Oh boy.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, it was IT Goat. There we go. It was IT Goat from YouTube. Chat sometimes comes up with the most secret tech that someone cooked up in the basement. This is the good thing about being a streamer, Semi, you know? Like, you hear the most random things. And the most, like, someone weird grinded something that you, well, you didn't. And now you're benefiting from that, you know? he held down? He held down? Oh, come back. He's like, why isn't he dying? Why doesn't it die? There you go, you got him, my man. Crazy Gamer, what's up, my man?
Ryu wins.
Oh boy. Got a lot of points back on this one. Rashido, the most memorable thing from Street Fighter 5. Possibly, yeah. Actually, like the music of Street Fighter 5 was really, really good. There are a lot of great themes. Gil's theme, for example, one of my favorite ones as well. Street Fighter 6 has a lot of themes that are just not gonna go down in history, I think, as memorable. But a couple of few ones that are really, really good, like Manos' theme, I think, is really top-notch quality. Like, Manos' theme is honestly the most attractive thing about Manon, you know? But SF6 theme is background music for studying, not for fighting. Oh, one of the best themes in Street Fighter 6, in my opinion, is this one right here. Oh, I need to redo my avatar because Capcom deleted my data. Oh, I remember. Wasn't there a button to do, like, randomize? Yo. Benedy Heredia, good to see you. Love your Ryu, thank you so much. Glad you enjoy what I do. No, I didn't want to show you this one. Male, female, human. What if I identify as a dog? What? Are male and female not human? Wait. Wait. Am I reading too much into this? Yo, Abdullah Khalid. Happy Ramadan to you too, my man. Male is not human. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, guys. To be fair, nowadays, whatever, like, if you don't have a third option here, you're gonna get roasted. If you are gonna have a third option here, you're gonna get roasted. So it doesn't really matter for Capcom. Might as well include it, right? But still, the phrasing, human, it implies that these other two options are not human. That really bothers me. Okay, well, how can I make it like to... I know there's like an option to randomize. How do you use it? Gendered. Just pick female and create Mai. Why should I create Mai? Mai's already there. She's already perfect. Nothing I'd change about her. I know there's an option to randomize this, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. Randomize all. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hey, that's me. There we go. Brown him up. Now I want to keep it exactly the way it is. Close enough. God, do I hate this. Okay, give me the voting. Where's the voting? Wait, where's the voting? Do I have to talk to Eternity about the vote?
Hello, Rockstar. Here's the theme. Wow. Ah. Okay then.
My name could have been in the game. Why did Zerna have his face like this? Come on, Zerna, you can do better. Like Yawn, for example. Beautiful, Yawn. Why is Zerna a troll in like every aspect of this game? Knuckle-Doo looks like he's sad and happy at the same time. Not sure how you do that, but good job, my man. Chris T qualified? Look, in my heart, I wanna put Yawn in there. Hey. Geht ihr etwa schlafen?
Ja, Papa.
Ja.
Wo trainierst du nicht deine Beine?
Muss ich wohl machen, oder? Ja, die sind jetzt schon stark.
Siehst du was?
Was siehst du da? Pepper Woods? Pepper Woods?
Ist das?
Wie, was ist das?
Was das Foto?
Willst du dich zeigen hier? Willst du mal Hallo sagen?
Hallo.
Moment, ich zeig dich mal. Komm mal her. Ja. Sag mal jetzt Hallo.
Hallo.
Dieses Buch bist du am Lesen? Ja? Dieses Buch? Was, so, wo müssen wir das jetzt lesen? Ich weiß gar nicht, wie das funktioniert. Mama kann das, glaube ich. Wo hat George seinen Dinosaurier versteckt? Wo hat er ihn versteckt? Ich weiß es selber nicht.
Ich weiß.
Weißt du es? Wo denn?
Ja, Reise.
Wo ist der Dinosaurier? Ich habe ihn auch noch nicht gefunden. Wo ist er denn? Hä? Warte mal, weil ich gucke, wo der Dinosaurier ist. Ah, da hat er ihn verstehen. Boah. Achso, hier steht sogar. Wer trägt einen Helm mit bunten Punkten? Oh ja, da, das ist doch Molly Mieze. Molly Mieze heißt sie. Genau. Genau, geh mal. Mit Mama kannst du weiterlesen, okay? Sag mal tschüss. Ah, wem schreibe ich da? Ich schreibe da niemanden. Ich muss aussuchen, wer gewinnt. Das große Turnier. Ja, aber ich mach da nicht mit, deswegen. Gute Nacht. Ha? So ein Spieler, den kennst du nicht. Ich zeig's dir später. Yo, Nikuma, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Junior yonked. Gollum, what's up, my man? Give me a second. Hot Wheels. You have a beautiful family, Jimmy. Thank you. Thank you. Ich habe tatsächlich sehr viel Glück mit der Familie. Ich habe ganz, ganz tolle Kinder und ich habe auch die beste Ehefrau. Also egal, was im Leben passiert, ich darf mich niemals beschweren. Giant Jaws, what's up? The no Blas pick is interesting. I didn't say I'm not going to be picking Blas. Did they Photoshop Higuchi's what do you call this part again? It's not chin. What is the upper side of the chin? Oh my god, what is the forehead? Thank you so much. The forehead. Thank you, yes. It looked like they photoshopped it. The top chin. What do you guys think? Is he now gonna pick Ryu or primarily Luke at Capcom Cup? I'm pretty happy for Hinao to be there. I think, by the way, Blas, what do you guys think? Like, is Blas even gonna bust out the Ryu even once? Is he solo gonna go Scott? I think when it comes to Capcom Cup, the people who have the best chances in general, I cannot even imagine anybody beating Lashar, by the way, except for maybe Mena or Blas. But I have a suspicion. I also think Punk has a good chance to get far. I have a good feeling about Punk this year. But I'm gonna have to give it for Blas. I think if there's ever a moment where Blas can solidify himself as one of the greatest talents in Street Fighter as quickly as possible, like, it would be this moment right here. Blas is currently looking very strong. And because he's such a new player and so dominant, I want to give him, like last time around he got second place, right? Blas is gonna go against Xiaohai first match. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to give. I want to give it to Jan, but just as the German representative. But when it comes to, okay, who am I actually thinking is gonna be winning? Oh, you can see who somebody voted for. Who's this? This looks sick. I'm looking ugly as shit. Ongoing event? What is this?
Fighting ground. Unrated.
Mena is kind of interesting. I feel like Mena RD, either he performs exceptionally well or very underwhelming for some reason. It's one or the other. He's kind of like a Punk. Yeah, it's just the Capcom Cup stuff. Okay, fair enough.
Now, find a new rival.
Last I checked, he was farming all of Japan. Mena at the moment could be.
Round 1. Fight.
Wow, he thought he could chip me there, but he couldn't.
Fight.
I could have done the driver's cancel to get the victory. Didn't feel good about burning myself out, but that would have been the right choice.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Oh, mistake. Gonna get hit here. No, he's not. I timed it specifically for that to happen, but no.
Jamie wins.
That was a disaster. Waz in a recent interview said Mena is the top player in Street Fighter 6. He also considers Blanca as the best character in the game. I feel like when you're like way better than the rest of the world, you start talking a lot of nonsense. Was that on reaction? Or was what on reaction? You mean the level 2 that he did? No. He did that regardless because he needed to make himself safe and continue the pressure.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Final round. Fight.
Could have anti-aired him instead of tried to backdash. You can really tell I'm tired.
Ryu wins.
He knows you cannot win this. That was over. I legit didn't have to do anything at that point anymore.
Now, find a new rival.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, Reinhardt. Is that on purpose? Wait, did you do that on purpose? If so, then that's really godlike. It's not dead though.
Ryu wins. Round one. Fight.
Okay, I can't get away with that. To the corner. No OD, just delayed button. Okay. I won't get him with that. Ah, that should be it though. Ah, never. Walk in enough to get that.
Sagat, win! Round 1. Fight! Hadouken! Hadouken! Kiari! Hadouken! Hadouken! Legality!
That was the weirdest dash in that I've seen in a while. Still ready for that. Okay. I'm gonna spin it here. Let's see. Very risky from me. Laid overhead. Ah, GG's. Junior. Well, you're gonna be having only Muscle Noob on. I think honestly, considering like my body, like when I get like, when was the last time I had 1 to 2 win-loss ratios? It's been a long time. Always actually 2 to 3 now, so it's getting a little bit better. But man, yo Devil, good to see you, my man. I'm getting sick, unfortunately, so I think I'm gonna call it a day as well. I'm gonna try to get some rest. I know I need it.
Yeah.
My man, thank you so much for the 55 months. I really appreciate it, dude. Actually, in a row, 55, 64 in total. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for sticking with me for such a long time, Devil, my man. I appreciate it. The question evaded you on 4 different occasions today, so I decided to type it out once more. What should I keep in mind as far as avoiding whiff punishes as well as dishing out the same, aka spacing? I mean, avoiding whiff punishes and dishing out whiff punishes requires you to analyze your opponent's habits on the fly. Where are they moving? What are they trying to bait out from you? And this is like, in order to do this right, this is the difficult part about Street Fighter, you know? There's no good advice I can give you besides pay attention to where you're standing and what buttons you're pressing and what the opponent is doing in return. So sometimes you can get away with really bad spacing and just pressing a specific button that is powerful, like hard punch for Ryu, just as an example. You can get a lot of wins if the opponent doesn't know how to deal with it. But if you see someone, like if your hard punch whiffs and your opponent punishes you properly, then you know, oh wait, he's looking for the hard punch. So next time, like when you see he's moving away from you little by little, when you get a little bit closer, you know he's trying to look for a hard punch, right? So go in a little bit more aggressively and press a crouching medium kick instead. And then your opponent's gonna be like, oh wow, I tried to whiff punish that hard kick so much, hard punch so badly that I opened myself up in a low. So then you're forcing him to press, well, go back into a down back position, right? And the moment you do that, like this is where the mind games start, right? Oh, do I need to pay attention to the crouching medium kick? Can I afford to well, attempt to whiff punish a hard punch? All of that is dependent on experience and, well, your ability to analyze the situation correctly is going to depend on, well, your experience and your skill that you develop over time, right? As long as you pick Ryu, teach some skills to us with your great voice, we love you. My man Devil, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm below your level at the moment, IT Goat, so the game didn't decide to give you a match. Maybe next time. But yeah, with that being said, guys, let me see who's streaming. What do you guys want to watch? So how about some semi stuff? Maybe this is a love letter, Devil. Guys, enjoy a semi stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll try to be back tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get some rest, okay? I really need it. So yeah, have a good one, take care, and I'll see you guys soon.